Hey. Oh shit. Hey, hello. Hey. All right. So that took about a minute and a half. Let's see what they do. I don't know. They're probably going to use lies and then police intimidation and then lies on within the police intimidation. But this is all public property. This is public property. This is public property. This is public property. That is public property. That is public property. This is public property. That is public property. That is public property. This sidewalk is public property. All the way down. The public property goes through all the way to the end. So it's an appearance of private property, but the private property doesn't start until the other end of that line. That line that way. So they have a sign saying no solicitation in the grass over there. It's that little plaque. Yeah, I think you can see it. But that's on their property.
How you doing?
Doing all right. Can I get your name and badge numbers?
Marino 5944.
All right.
6486.
All right, cool.
What's going on?
That guy came up to me and told me that where I was standing is private property, and he also said you have to leave. I told him that this grass, it belongs to the city of Madison. That sewer plate belongs to the city of Madison. The sidewalk belongs to the city of Madison. The public sidewalk you guys are standing on right now belongs to the city of Madison. So from that corner, from that edge over there, all the way to where this guy is standing is public property. That terrace over there and the fire hydrant and the stop sign, all city of Madison property. Their property line starts on the other side of that sidewalk. That's where their property line starts.
I'm not sure how you know that.
Because the city of Madison property is right here. The city of Madison, you're standing on the city of Madison property. This crosswalk is public property. So that's how I know that.
What about this parking lot here? What is this?
They share their property with the city of Madison. So it's just because it has an appearance of elegance doesn't mean it's owned by a private entity. They probably paid for the upgrade to make it look good because they wanted everything around their hotel to look good. But that's between them and the city of Madison. It probably took place decades ago. But either way, these terraces belong to the city of Madison. It doesn't matter how good the hotel looked. It doesn't matter how elegant the hotel is. This is the city of Madison property, and that's where I'm standing.
Okay. So they're saying that it is still their property?
Well, they're lying to you.
Well, Well, I'm saying this is their property or the building there.
Yeah, that's sure, certainly. Yeah, but I'm telling you, the terrace is the city of Madison's
and they
property.
said you've been nothing but respectful. So
Yeah.
they're not, it's not a personal thing towards you or
Yeah.
anything. They just simply are asking if you can maybe just go across the street to the grass there. That's all they're asking.
No, this is all city of Madison property. I'm not losing any rights. It doesn't matter. It's both sides. It belongs to the city of Madison. So it's not up to me. This is city of Madison property.
Can I just ask you what the difference would be if you went over there?
I guess this is a nice location, and people who drive down that road can see this sign, and people can cross the walk and see the sign. So that's why I'm here.
I need to
Then we're on a call right now, though. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like I said, I don't have any paperwork in front of me that says whose exact property is what.
Yeah,
They're telling me that this is their property.
they're lying to you.
Okay. Well, they're telling me that it is their property. I'm seeing a lot of things that say Edgewater,
Yeah,
Edgewater
and
on
you-
that side.
yeah.
Or on this side, this is also their property. That's their parking lot. This
Yeah.
is their driveway here.
Their property starts on the other side of the sidewalk. And you should be able to tell the difference between a stop sign, a fire hydrant, a city of Madison engineering plate. Just because you see that there doesn't, what is it called? So Edgewater may use the city of Madison's access point, but they don't own the city of Madison's access point, and they also don't own the city of Madison property. This is the city of Madison property where I'm standing right now.
Okay, do you have any paperwork that can show me that?
No, I didn't. I didn't think I had to bring or print out anything, and I'm not sure you would believe me anyways.
I'm just
Yeah.
I just don't see what the huge deal would be of just simply going either down to that corner down there.
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, well, the only reason I came here is because it's a choice. If this belongs to the city of Madison, you can stand here. I could go to that terrace. I could stand on that sidewalk. I could stand right here on this crosswalk as well, where this officer is standing. I could stand there, or I could sit here. I could sit over there. It's all city of Madison property, so it doesn't make a difference where I'm sitting on city of Madison property.
I'm gonna go talk to them. If they have proof that it's their property, what are we gonna do then? Are we gonna before we sit?
Oh yeah, if they don't have any proof, then I don't have to speculate.
I'm gonna go ask them.
I'm not going to speculate about
I'm saying if
absolute
it,
lie.
If it turns out it is their property,
Yeah,
would we be cool moving elsewhere?
it's not their property.
If it turns out it is,
I'm not going to speculate on that because I know it
I'm
isn't.
gonna go talk to them. Is this for a gym?
No, it's for music. My freedoms should be irrelevant to you.
No, I'm just curious about the advanced.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, this is my freedom, and it should be irrelevant to the call right now. Where I'm standing, whether or not that's public or private property, that's the relevance of your call.
Okay.
So there's your gravity. That's your focus. That's your focus point.
Sounds good.
All right. Why are you so close to my stuff? You've been getting closer and closer.
Just adjusting where I'm standing.
Oh,
Eyes up front.
isn't that on aren't you on the incline? Wouldn't that make you more uncomfortable?
Not really.
Really, leaning backwards a little bit doesn't put more work on your body, more effort into standing up straight.
Doesn't really feel any different.
Oh,
I was leaning to one side anyways.
oh, I like flat surfaces better.
Yeah, I'm fine either way.
Oh.
Honestly.
You don't like cameras, do you?
Might have.
They don't matter to you?
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at it? You think it's running? It's running. I'm recording.
I figure it's running.
Yeah. Have you ever seen one before?
Motorola.
No, it's just a camera. Not. I'm sure. Okay. Is there something else of interest?
Not really. I mean, Superman shirt's cool.
Oh, you're just very observant right now.
Yep.
Oh, that seems interesting. Like a curious child. You wouldn't happen to be in the gay community, would you?
Nope.
Okay. I've been dealing with a lot of police officers who were. Every call I've ever been on or interaction with Madison police has always been someone who was in the gay community. That's why I asked. So I thought maybe another individual who was in the gay community working for the police department here in the city decided to answer this call. Yeah, that's another sign of homosexuality. When gay dudes, yeah, like breezing through your hair in front of a dude. It's like what you guys do around women. When they like women, your hair wasn't in your eyes. When they like women, they play with their hair, or when they're infatuated or aroused, they start to play with their hair around people. Well, usually it's around a woman. Holy crap! You think? Yeah, I grew up around people, dude. I know the signs of when you sexual interest. I grew up around people. You're really like interested in me, attentive.
Oh, you're part of the call.
What'd you say?
You're part of the call.
Yeah, but you should be focused on me, the police officer behind you, the interaction with the people walking across the street, cars passing. You haven't blinked in any other direction and looked in any other direction this whole time. That's weird, man. That means you're what do you call it? You're off guard to like the public, the general public. You just looked for the first time. There you go. You just looked at a car passing. Good job, man.
Progress.
There you go. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
A sense of gravity is having an awareness of your surroundings. So you should practice that, especially if you're a police officer and you want to protect and serve people. You should have more gravity everywhere you go. Seem like a smart guy.
Appreciate it.
Intelligence bothers you?
What was it?
Competing with intelligence bothers you?
Not really.
Oh. Got good grades in school?
I did decent.
That's pretty good. I didn't. I got a 1.7 in high school. Graduated with a 1.7 GPA and been to several schools. I didn't learn anything. Well, I learned a lot, but I didn't get a chance to prove it until I got out of school.
Here's the deal. They're gonna go. They have a lease document locked away. They're gonna go look at that and see kind of where their property ends and
Yeah.
where's their property open.
Yeah, it's public property.
And if that's the case, then
Yeah.
you're cool to be here.
Yeah, I know I'm cool. Before I come, I always check.
That's-
And you should know the public lay of the land. Aren't you like a serious look? You take your job seriously?
Yes.
You do? Well, why wouldn't you take the aspect of the difference between private and public property seriously, so when you get to a call where someone could be somewhere they're not supposed to be, you would know when you arrived, hey, this is public property, guys.
As much as I would like to, I don't know the complete layout of the entire city, which building and properties and whatnot. I don't
Really?
know all of that. No, there's a lot of.
You don't recognize public property when you see it? Like the simple things, like the public terrace, a public fire hydrant, a public stop sign. You don't know those simple things?
Don't know exactly what.
You should Google those things. You should take interest in your job, more interest in your job, to know for sure what's public and what's not public.
That's what I'm doing right now. No.
All right. No, I'm not trying to berate you. I'm trying to improve you. I'm telling you it's important to have gravity as a police officer. And one of those things is a strength in knowing the difference between public and private property. I'm not your boss. I'm not your dad. I don't want to be your father, but I do respect that if I have to give my freedoms to the civilization and you represent this civilization as the strength of the nation, you should know the difference between public and private property.
I do know the difference.
Well, then you shouldn't even answer this call.
The exact line of.
There's people who no, dude. This is a terrace. It's a public terrace. There is no doubt in your mind, or shouldn't be a doubt in your mind, that this is public property.
Okay. Well, they're gonna go double check, and we're gonna
Okay.
go from there.
All right. Well, I hope you go find someone who really needs help, because I'm sure there are people out there who are victims, don't have anybody to call for help. You should be helping them.
I got called out here.
I'm just saying, there's a better calls out there. You could have declined.
Same way if you called me for a low-level call, I'd still show up to your phone.
No, they don't. I've had numerous police calls that weren't answered.
Okay.
Holy crap. Oh, so the killing, they just told me in my ears, the killing, Charlie Kirk killing, was done by someone with pretenses of a straight guy. I think these cops are the pretensers of straight people, pretending to be straight, and the most closeted gay people you could possibly imagine. I think these are who these cops are. And these are the killers, my killers. They should know public property. This is the dumbest call ever. How the hell do you not recognize public terrace? It's like IQ, first day of school, driving through the city, not as a police officer, I would recognize public property when I seen it. A public sidewalk when I seen that. A public crosswalk when I seen that. So these guys are hoping for an altercation and an opportunity to teach people that my fundraiser, again, could be illegal for some cause. So that's what these officers are doing. And then if I get upset, they're hoping that I get upset right now because I'm having to protect my rights once more. So these officers are hoping that I choose to do something that contradicts the, or illogical. And that illogical choice, because I'm confronted by police officers again, would be a violent one. Or something that gets me arrested. So saying something or so maybe it's not physically violent, maybe it's verbally violent, or maybe it's verbally illegal, like swearing, or well, what would that be? So it had to be a true threat. So mentioning a true threat or saying a threat or saying, see, it's psychological harassment, like he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's what Officer Marine just did. What is this guy talking about? What I just said made complete sense. A true threat would not be protected speech. But my point is, they're hoping that I choose to do something illegal, or that people get the presentation that this fundraiser is illegal, or that people don't donate. Like, I'm missing donations right now because these officers are standing here and the event is starting. This is usually when I get the donations. People come in and they say, hey, there's a guy with a fundraiser up there, I'm gonna help him out. But now they're gonna go down to the event and tell people, hey, there's cops up there around the fundraiser. What is going on? Is that illegal? Is he illegal? Is something bad happening? So that's the conversation that's taking place, and it shouldn't be, because these officers were supposed to know public property before they came here. Or they should have declined the call and told the guy, hey, dude, he is sitting on public property. There's nothing we can do. But they don't want that simple response, or the rightful response. They want a little bit of wiggle room where anything could happen, because John has been confronted by police officers before about his fundraiser and told he was doing something or saying something or somewhere he wasn't supposed to be, which turned out to be wrong after the fact. So John keeps showing up to these events because John wasn't guilty of anything in the past. So it's like these cops are willing to sacrifice their badges over and over again to do the wrong thing and get the wrong result without a care in the world, because they hope that John chooses to do something wrong today. This time, John will choose to make the wrong choice. And then there's no accountability. So forever and ever, these cops will never be held accountable for their actions. That's the police departments across the country. They're never held accountable for their actions until a public outcry causes one officer to be arrested for his crime. And that's the confidence and the smirk on this guy's face. He knows that there's so much he can do right now in this very moment that nobody can stop. And it'll take years before he's punished, and by then he's collected like $150,000 in paychecks. And when he goes to court to face his consequences, it's so light, he feels like there was no punishment at all. That's who these people grew up to be. They wanted to hurt people when they grew up instead of being smart people when they grew up and help people. So destruction over improvements, it was their choices. I'm not kidding you. I'm not playing with you. I'm not making things up. This is clearly public property. There is no doubt in anybody's mind that this is public property. It's a public terrace. What are these officers' problem? What are they struggling with? And this is silence, the awkward silence where if they speak, they look more guilty because now they're either feigning ignorance or they leave themselves like in a courtroom looking stupid because now they have a bunch of things to be critical of that they said. So that's why they choose silence, to protect themselves from a lawsuit. Oh, absolute silence, lawsuit. And the longer they stand here, the less donations I get, which is a real good perk. And even if I'm still here when people come back, they'll feel uncomfortable making donations because they just saw police officers. Nobody wants to make donations to something that they just saw a bunch of cops. If they just saw a bunch of cops, I wouldn't really feel, I would still make a donation. I'm not stupid, but there are lots of people who are terrified of trouble. And any sign of trouble is a huge deterrent, whether or not you were right or wrong. So even if you're in the right, a sign of trouble is a deterrent for lots of people. Holy crap. Do you guys mind standing off to the side so that people feel comfortable making donations? Yeah, but they're not going to walk around you to make a donation. They feel terrified. I don't like standing next to cops or having a cordial conversation with somebody with police surrounding me. You said no? All right. I mean, anywhere but be like not around where people can have access to the donation box. So you don't have to go like a million miles. Just like that's cool. Like just so that people have some space to get there. Thank you. I think that might convince them a little bit. That's the instigator, the liar. So all bad police calls begin with one liar. So if you're ever wondering to yourself, where does all the evil, how do bad things begin? It starts with a lie. Someone has to usually tell a lie, and a series of events follows that for some reason no one can think their way out of. It's like a ball dropping from a high building, right? The lie was a ball, and there's nothing in the world that's going to stop that ball from falling to the ground unless somebody reaches out and catches it before it reaches the ground. So it's usually a good person stops a lie before it gets out of control. And these officers were supposed to be the people who stopped the lie before it got out of control. This is what we pay for. We pay these guys $80,000 a year, or like some ridiculous number, and they don't even lift weights. Like, what if I was in a physical altercation and this guy showed up and he was supposed to protect me? How the hell is he going to stop somebody from beating me up? Or what about this dude? He's overweight. Look at his stomach. It's bulging over his safety belt. How is he going to stop the bad guys? And if somebody was running away from a crime, how is he going to stop them? We pay these guys $50,000 to $80,000. Why are you looking at me like that?
Looking at you.
No, you're not. You have an aggressive look on your face. No, it's not. Stop. Fix your face. That's intimidation. That's police intimidation. Anyways, so what we pay these dudes to do is to protect people, and they sit at home eating potato chips or watching cartoons when they should be lifting weights, like or using the machine I'm trying to build, so that they can always have the strength, the speed, the stamina, the density, the ability to heal themselves, and the longevity to know or to trust that they can always protect and serve the community. But instead, they're acting stupid. This is why they can't have these gifts. They can't even do the right thing with the basic freedoms they were given. Hello? Why are you staring at me still? Hi.
Hi, good luck.
Thank you. Why are you looking at me like that? No, you're not. First you were aggressive, now you like got that little squint on his face. Look at those. This dude is gay. Yep. I knew it. And then he lied to me a second ago. Holy crap. That's why he's using psychological harassment. So he doesn't verbally harass you. Expressions. Using expressions to antagonize someone in a way that it's hard to trace. So it's less obvious harassment. And now he's really upset because intelligence is a threat to like the culture of abuse in any fashion. So any form or fashion of harassment or abuse, it's really hard to get away with it when you're very intelligent, because people start telling, and they can tell well enough to be understood.
So here's the deal. You are on city property. Okay?
Thank you.
You're right. You're free to be here.
Thank you.
Okay. So
All right.
we're gonna be getting out of here. I wish you the best of luck with your fundraiser. Okay?
Yeah. The damage might be done though tonight.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you. Hi. Holy crap. Wow. Usually if somebody was looking at the fundraiser, I usually say, hey, do you want to help out? But I don't know if those people felt comfortable because police just was over here. Holy crap. Holy crap, they just blew up, yeah, they just set this up. They just burned my fundraiser. Again. By creating the expression, it was illegal. Holy crap. And now this is like burning time. So basically if he's gonna say something to me in a minute, he's burning the camera footage time to wait until I turn the camera off. So that's what the police officers are waiting for too. They were hoping I would turn the camera off so that they would have an opportunity to psychologically harass me or intimidate me as it came to the intersection to do something illegal. And now he just walks. You don't no apology? No, I'm sorry? Nothing. Holy crap. Thank you. He said, I'm sorry. Wow. I don't know. That might have been different. I don't know. What was that about? Oh. Oh. Hello. Hi. Holy crap. What the heck, man? What the heck? What the heck, man? What the heck? What the heck? Why did that take 30 minutes? Oh, it's ridiculous. But everything I said was true. Everything I say, I usually speak with gravity because of the importance of my message. I tell the truth, or I speak with as close to reality. I use words that reflect reality as well as I can with an implant. With someone interfering with my memories. And that's how I speak with gravity. I use words that always reflect the reality of my experiences. And my experiences are based on what I see, hear, feel, and think. Those are the basis that I use to speak with gravity. And everything I said is true. And I stand behind it 100%.